The building. Before we introduce our guest of honor, I just want to make a quick announcement, folks. Today is a very special day here at GRANDSLAM Collectibles. Since 1999, GRANDSLAM has been built around growing the hobby, building a community, and creating memories for collectors of all ages. Now, as you see our guest of honor here, he truly understands the meaning of building something from the ground up, from starting his first business in his parents' basement at the age of 12 to now owning one of the most influential and sports entertainment companies in the world. This is the part when you start clapping, clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. As we introduce the founder and CEO of Fanatics, make a huge Grand Slam welcome for Michael Rubin!
Anything. You can ask anything you want. My favorite part about running Fanatics, honestly, it's getting to work with sports fans. Like, you guys are the best. To see, 100, 200 people showing up here today for Rip Night. I freaking love that. Like, it's honestly, not every day is easy when you build a business, but you get so much inspiration from sports fans. So to me, it's the absolute greatest. I mean, we get to work with, of course, the most incredible athletes in the world. You get to work with the best teams in the world, but honestly, it's really all about the best fans. And I'll tell you one thing, without question, and this is 100% factually accurate, the best fans in the world are collectors. No question. That's you guys. And you guys care more, you push us to be better, and we love that energy. So thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, so we have another one.
My name's Joey, and what do you think the sports card and collectibles hobby will look like in 5 years? And what should kids my age be paying attention to right now?
Well, first, how old are you? All right. So first, where do I think the hobby's going? I mean, I'll tell you, we're in 3 businesses today. The collectibles business and being part of this hobby is probably the most rewarding, because I think in a lot of ways it had tons of growth, but without anyone really doing anything to get that. So for us, when we come in and say, look, let's start really innovating products, things like the debut patch, things like Rip Night, so many different things that we did, things like that grow the hobby. Really marketing, getting the athletes involved. When we got into trading cards only 4 or 5 years ago, athletes didn't really care. They kind of looked at it as something they had to do. We have to sign cards. Now in baseball, more than 25% of all active MLB players actively collect cards. Okay? You used to see guys on planes gambling. Now they're trading cards. It's pretty awesome. So where do I think it's going? I think it's just getting going. This is primarily a domestic business in the US today. I think, we opened a store in London less than a year ago. It did 5 times what we expected the first year, because we were well, there aren't collectors there. But it made collectors, it created collectors. So I think, everyone, I think we're very much in the early stages. And that makes it so fun. So, to me, even thinking about walking in and seeing people with the Fanatics Fest, and even where we were 2 years ago to what that festival was in the second year, third year, I think there's so much growth ahead. And then for you, what would I be thinking about? I'll tell you something really interesting. It is proven that people who grow up buying and selling cards are some of the best CEOs and best business leaders in the future, because you're learning about business, how to make sure you're making good deals, not bad deals. So I think this is great experience. I grew up as from 8 to 12, I was a crazy collector. By the way, I didn't sell the cards to my friends. I sold them to my friends' parents, because they had more money to buy them from before. So, I think, if what I said to my kid, enjoy every moment of the hobby, be a little bit less on social media. That kind of destroys your head a little bit. That's a message to myself as well. And by the way, after we get the question, anything you guys want to know, you guys can ask me.
Excellent answer. All right, what do you got for him? What do you got?
My name is Michael. What are your 3 favorite items in your personal collection, and what make them important to you?
All right, well, Michael, I'm never forgetting you. Michael's never forgetting Michael. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what my #1 favorite item is, and nobody would guess this. So I think I like making fun of myself. I'm a pretty easy person to make fun of. Like, I grew up, I was not very athletic. I was always like the last kid to get picked on a team. And so we had a football game in my house 2 years ago in the summertime, and CJ Stroud threw me this bomb. And Odell Beckham was trying to guard me, and I actually caught it right in front of him. And it was like the most athletic thing I ever did. And CJ wrote on the ball, he said, "Rube, the most athletic thing you've ever done, CJ Stroud." That ball sits in the middle of my office, and that's probably my #1 favorite thing. Because I got to, it was a good athletic moment for me. But I've become such a card collector. I've got so many incredible cards I've collected. And, I think things have to be what's personal to you. That ball was personal to me. Who else wants to ask some questions?
Those are great questions, by the way, guys. So I'm a pretty big collector. Resonates when you're a young guy. All my money when I was a kid, 6th grade.
We're not young anymore?
We're not young. I'm 47 now, but this is for me more than him. I actually visited your headquarters at Miramar the other day, by the way.
Amazing.
So your view on game use versus cards. When a guy like me sees a championship tag going for more than the whole jersey, right? And you're kind of thinking, even for young kids, you can go on some of these NBA auctions, you get a jersey game used for $500, and you can't even get a card remotely as cool, I would say, for that. So how do you think about the long-term view of owning the whole jersey versus the card itself?
Yeah. All right, great question. First, I think one of the things we've tried to do in cards, I'm going to answer kind of your question exactly, but also a little bit of background, is how do we make sure what goes into cards are game used? I think many people here, if you're real collectors, you probably know other companies used to say, hey, put that jersey on your body, take that jersey off, you didn't have to play in the game, it didn't mean anything, and then put that in the cards. We've eliminated most of that. All times possible, we want to take things that are actually used in games. I think the thing about cards that we've been able to do is create, I think one of the things that's really driving the business is the product innovation. Like, I'll give you an example. We got in the business in 22, and within a year we created the debut patch. Okay, the debut patch is now in baseball. It's been in the NFL for 2 years. People don't really notice it's coming in cards now. In the NBA, like you think about Cooper Flag's debut patch, I would think that would be a multi-million-dollar card that came off of his jersey that day. So the question you're asking me is, would I want to own Cooper Flag's debut jersey, or do I want to own the debut card? Okay, I think they're both great items. Without question, like that one-on-one card that has the debut patch is kind of insane, but his jersey is kind of insane. And the one thing about collecting that I've learned, everything's not for everybody. So you may say, hey, I like that jersey better, or I like that debut patch better. I know for me, I'm a giant NBA fan. Like, I'm dying to buy the Cooper Flag debut patch. And also guys like CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, guys that I'm friendly with, they're gonna be people that I can then follow a career. So I think it's really about what's personal to you. But they're both great items. There's no question. I look sometimes at auctions at wow, this game-used jersey, this ball, it seems pretty reasonable to me when you think about that. So, and a lot of times we may go buy those things to put them in cards as well, because we think we can make great products with them. What else you guys want to know?
Go for it. Yeah.
My name is Shane. Who is your favorite athlete of all time? My name is Shane. Who is your favorite athlete of all time?
Shane, first, who's yours? Who's your favorite athlete?
George.
Mine's definitely not Eli Manning, by the way.
Francisco Lindor.
One of the funnest things, if you say what's so fun about running Fanatics, it's you get invested in different people's careers. I'd say if I had to pick one favorite athlete, it would probably be Julius Erving, because I grew up a huge Sixers fan. Like, he was the guy who I idolized as a kid. I'm gonna tell you guys an incredible story about Dr. J that most people don't know. So unfortunately, I'm now 53, so that means I'm old. So I met Dr. J for the first time when I was 15 years old. He came into the ski shop that I was running, and he actually bought skis. He didn't ski, but he bought skis for his family. So like, I idolized him as a little kid, and then here's Dr. J showing up at my ski shop to buy skis for me. So he was definitely like my first time favorite athlete without any question. All right, I think we now have a new way of doing questions. So I'm not in charge here, clearly.
Well, the first goes out to you. Thanks for the courage and asking the favorite athlete question. So, just real quick on what this is. So say it again? Yeah, Cactus Jack. So a little bit of background. Last weekend we did a collaboration between Travis Scott's brand, Cactus Jack, at the NBA All-Star Game. Michael took 3 boxes from the stadium here, so we're here to give them away. 1 to Shane, and 2 to the next people that asked some good questions. So I'm going to leave it up to Anthony to pick those 2 people, and then Michael will give them away.
By the way, I haven't seen these yet till right now. What were you signing for?
Next question.
I'll go Rubin. Rubin.
You're in charge. All right, red sweatshirt.
So basically, what both of you guys, what would you do when one triple logo man will pull?
Which one?
One triple logo man.
The Ron logo man?
Yeah.
What were we doing when it was full?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't actually know what I was doing, because I try not to be, like, I used to be on social media nonstop, and then I realized I had to give my brain timeouts, and so I put my phone down when I go into meetings now. I'm not always paying perfect attention. So the honest answer is, I have no clue. Do you know what you were doing?
I have no idea.
All right, but hold on. I want you to know I'm seeing these for the first time. He gets this box now, right? So these are the Cactus Jack. We only did, like, I think a couple thousand of these, right? I think we sold them at the event for $700. I think they've got, they're selling them for $1,200, but they had some crazy cards. There you go, man.
I got the best question.
Clearly, you see him making him make the decision. And clearly, I got nothing to do with this.
Come on! You got the Fanatics head on.
What inspired you to make Fanatics?
We got it.
First, here's your Cactus Jack box, man. So it's actually a really good question, because I think a lot of people here could take something from it. People always think I'm self-deprecating when I tell this story, but I was, as a kid, I really was I was not a good athlete. Okay, as bad as an athlete as I was a terrible student. I was dyslexic, I had a speech impediment, I really couldn't read, and so I wasn't really, I was bad at school. Well, I always loved business, and I always loved sports, so the ability to create a business and actually, build it around the best fans in the world, the best athletes in the world, to me was like the greatest honor and the greatest privilege. So to me, the lesson there is like, forget about what you're not good at, go to what you're good at. And for me, I was always good at business. I was always good at bringing people together. And like, that's how we built Fanatics. That's what inspired me to build Fanatics. It was honestly, it's sucking at sports and sucking at school. I turned that into building Fanatics.
I just want to ask, through your years of making and being the CEO of Fanatics, was there what was the hardest thing to come by and go past?
Really good question. I mean, Look, as big as we get, stuff goes wrong every day. That's called business. That's called life. So I think it's focusing on what matters, not getting little things get in the way, focusing on the big picture, figuring out how we can, look, our brand purpose is to relentlessly enhance the fan experience. Like, today's such an incredible day. We came up with the idea to start this 4 years ago. We had 15 athletes show up in 50 stores, and there are about 10,000 collectors. Today, we have 800 stores instead of 50 3 years ago. We have 160 of the best athletes in the world going out to the stores. By the way, from Tom Brady to Cooper Flag to Ant, to Mike Trout, to Cody Rhodes, all going out in stores throughout the country. And we've got more than 100,000 people. Like, so to me, it's seeing things like that. It gives you so much inspiration. But you also got to recognize, things go wrong every day. And you know what? You got to use that to learn from, to grow from, to create more inspiration. Never knock you down. You got to find your a box of those cards.
Good stuff. I think we're going to take one more question, and then we're going to dip into Michael's PC from some of his favorite athletes and give away some cards. So we'll do one more question, and then we'll cheer. How are you right here?
What are you gonna do next?
Great one. Well, first of all, today, this is the first store I'm going to. I'm going to go to 5 stores today. Then I'm going to go home to my 2 little cute 3- and 5-year-old daughters who boss me around, probably the same way you do your father. Okay? And then I'm going to go right back to work because I love what I'm doing so much. And, for me, I do this 16, 18 hours a day, every day. It's the greatest honor in the world to do it. And I'm going to keep figuring out how we can be better in everything we do. I'm going to keep pushing boundaries, How do we get 150,000 collectors out next year? How do we get 200 athletes at the stores? How do we keep making more innovative products? Like, just how do we keep pushing everything we do to be better? Because if not, a competitor is going to take you out. Because that's the way it works. That's what competition is all about.
Love it. All right. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to dip into Michael's personal collection, some of his favorite athletes. First up, Super Bowl appearance this year. The first one is Drake May. Relic auto, Drake May.
Drake May's my favorite player. Drake May's a fraud. No, stop. If anybody has something to trade.
Hold on, I just want to say, I'm a huge Drake May fan.
Me too.
I like it. He's in rivalry jersey, Drake May. I see that. I need something good for Drake May. What do we got? Hold on. What are we good for? What do you got there? Hold on. I need like another young guy I like. Hold on, who's got the best proposals here? Hold on, I need you guys to all be honest in here. Hold on, guys, I need honesty. Let me see hands who are really Drake May fans. There's no part of you that's a Drake May fan. Hold on, pull out your Instagram right now, show me you're a Drake May fan. What do you got there? There you go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Now tell me, you're really a Drake May fan, be honest. Before you were a fan, now you like him. Do you root against him every week? Be honest. You're a Jets fan? Yeah. I feel bad for you. I'm just messing with you. I actually like a lot of guys in the Jets. Alright, what do we do? What card is this?
This is a Jaden Daniels green refractor.
Listen up here. Wait, hold on.
You can have my brother.
What do you got for me? What do you got to trade me? You got anything? You can't take his money. No chance. You got any cards? What is it?
Trade for RG3.
Alright, you know what? I'm in the business of doing a bad trade today. I'll trade you this guy for this guy. I'll trade that back to you guys. Okay? Let's see what we can do here. What do we got next?
No, UFC.
Got an Eli Manning and Peyton Manning.
I mean, I certainly don't want this card. Hold on. I'll trade this for something very small. Who's got the lead? I mean, it's yours. Alright, hold on. I got a permit coming. What do we got here?
We got Tom Brady 2000.
Hold on. I say it. Hold on. For the permit. Let's go, baby. Hold on. Are you a good driver or not? Is the world a safer place if we keep his permit? Alright, it's out.
Pack time, pack time.
Hey, let's see that arm. Throw some to the back. Let's see that arm.
Once again, another round of applause for Mike Rubin. DJ, if we can, we're going to get some music back here on the going. We're going to keep the party going over here at Grand Slam Collectibles. Don't go too far, we're going to have our raffle giveaway very shortly. You got to be in it to win it.
I got one last trade. It's not a trade. Drake May to the Drake May jersey. What do we got here?
Drake May signature class rookie auto.
Let's go. You got the jersey?
Alright everybody, really appreciate it. We're going to do one big group photo. Happy Rip Night. We're going to do one big group photo up here.
Everything we gotta get over, so get up on till it. But we can't get enough, cause you come on the floor, and we hard and tough. You got the stuff, I got the hand, up on the like, for the back, and I like it. Girl, go wild, up to the baseline, everything what we find, if you know you're the time. Check me later, we gotta get in the fight, cause baby girl, you know you call you, because me sing things right. And it's time to get up on your side, so we want to turn them all night, make you feel alright. I don't want to do that, in your life, just a long morning, long, make you sing things right. And it's time to get up on your side, so we want to turn them all night, make you feel alright. Living in the life, in your life, make you feel alright.
Hey, yes, sir. Switches.
See everybody on the move. Dance a little, everyone come and action. It's all good to me. I'm seeing the club. It's like dancing, isn't it? So now that's a bonus. Yeah.
Cause I can make you feel alright. Sweet boy, rocking your body. I can't shake